The family of a 1-year-old toddler has been searching for answers as to how their young boy died.
This used to be someone's home, and looking around at all of this damage, it's hard to believe that there were no serious injuries here in Enid. Just take a look at this piece of twisted metal floating around in the wind. It used to be the wall of someone's mobile home.
No one was injured inside this store or in this parking lot. But if someone had been in this car, especially in the passenger seat, that'd be a much different story.
My wife and daughter and my son-in-law, all three working for the pharmacy.
Sydney Reed waits anxiously behind crime tape as officers swarm Reliable Discount Pharmacy in southwest Oklahoma City.
It's very nerve-wracking.
Sydney says his wife called him shortly before 6 o'clock.
She just said they had been robbed.
Officers walked 3 people out of the pharmacy. Inside the store lies a dead body.
We believe it is somebody that was actually in the process of robbing the store that was shot and killed. Somebody in the store or in the pharmacy did shoot this individual.
Sergeant Mike Klicka says several rounds were fired and one employee was wounded in the arm. A few blocks away, officers detain a man for questioning, while police search by air and foot for another man believed to be involved in the armed robbery.
I'd like to see him caught and prosecuted.
Sydney says this isn't the first time this pharmacy has been targeted by thieves.
They got robbed about 3 years ago at gunpoint.
His wife was roughed up that time, but still came back to work, so he doubts this will be enough to make her walk away from her job.
It don't happen anywhere. I used to deliver pizzas and we dealt with that every day when we went out, so you can't hardly walk down the street anymore without someone threatening you.
I never dreamed of it.
Beyond the games of a lazy Sunday afternoon,
It's very scary.
sits a reason for the neighbors to get together, worried and wondering what in the world is going on.
It was a pop or something. I can't even describe it.
We're all just watching and hoping everybody's okay.
They were looking at this car first, that white one that's sitting out there.
The driver is the one who called 911.
I got in the car and started it and backed out, and right after I backed out, it went pop! And this white smoke come out from underneath the car. The thought did cross my mind that someone might actually want me dead.
It's pretty rare, in fact, very rare. In my 16 years of service, I can only think of 4 or 5 times that you actually have a device.
The bomb was under her car.
Martha White was asked to leave her house after her neighbor discovered the device.
I'm glad that it didn't hurt anybody, and I'm glad that we all got out if it would have done that much damage.
Damage, the driver says, will not go unpunished.
They took my car and impounded it, and they will get fingerprints and they will get evidence, and whoever did this will have to pay.
It's not exactly dead, but for the day before Thanksgiving, it's pretty slow.
It's not as crowded. I thought it was going to be more people.
It's a lot emptier.
Lines were shorter and seats were easy to come by at Will Rogers World Airport in Oklahoma City. And flyers knew why.
Probably the economy. A lot of people not traveling just because they don't have the money.
And airport officials say they're feeling it. Activity is down about 15% from where they were last year.
The weakened economy throughout the nation. I think the reduction in flights that we've had at Will Rogers these last few months where we've experienced some airline cutbacks.
But it was a different story at gas stations.
I can't believe that's it.
Drivers were almost giddy about new, lower prices at the pump.
In September, it was like $4 for gas, or no, it was $3 up in Kansas, like $3.30. Now it's $1.50. I really don't mind.
Although cheaper for many to drive, travelers of any kind were just glad they made the investment to be home for the holidays.
I'm going to see my whole family, my parents, both my brothers, my sister-in-law, and my little niece. It's going to be great.
The storm that came through here late Saturday night came with no warning, destroying at least 3 homes in this area. The damage is severe, though the best news is very few residents were home when it struck.
We were more than fortunate. We were blessed.
James Simpson and his wife were the only residents in this neighborhood who were home when the storm struck.
I went to open the front door, and it just snatched it out of my hand.
Once the storm passed, they emerged to find incredible damage, parts of the home destroyed.
When I opened the bedroom door, This wall was gone.
Inside, they found this lawnmower sitting on their bed. Outside, tons of debris, including large pieces of tin that none of the neighbors recognize.
It's not off of our house. It's not off of anything we are familiar with.
Across the street, Dr. Ernest Holloway came home to this.
I didn't know what had happened, but all I saw was people's stuff, the trailer, horse trailer over here in my bedroom.
Not only that, his couch was thrown more than a dozen yards away.
I don't know how it got out of there, but it's out.
Though the homes are practically gone, these residents are just glad they walked away with their lives. The National Weather Service says even though no warning was issued on this storm, they have confirmed a small tornado did touch down in this area. I'm Shelley Mills reporting in Langston.